What separates symbolic from non-symbolic communication in early language development? Imagine trying to explain something to a friend without using words or signs. How do we even start to understand each other? That's where the difference between symbolic and non-symbolic communication comes into play. It's a key part of how humans develop language and how our ancestors might have started talking. In the beginning, babies communicate mainly through non-symbolic ways. Think about crying, facial expressions, or pointing. These are direct signals that show how they feel or what they want. For example, a baby crying because they are hungry or smiling when they see their favorite toy. These signals are tied to specific feelings or needs and don't need any shared understanding beyond the immediate moment. They are natural and instinctive. Now, symbolic communication is a different story. It involves signs or symbols that stand for something else, often in a way that is not directly connected to the physical object or action. For example, the word dog does not look or sound like a dog, but we all agree it means that animal. This is called arbitrariness. The word dog is a social convention that everyone learns. It's not naturally connected to the animal itself. A big part of symbolic communication is learning these shared rules. Children pick up on this from their caregivers and community. They learn that certain sounds, gestures, or signs mean specific things, even if they are not physically related. This ability to understand and use symbols is what makes language so flexible and powerful. Another difference is how these signs relate to their meaning. Non-symbolic signs are often iconic or indexical. That means they resemble what they representing or are directly caused by it. For example, a baby pointing at a toy is an indexical sign because it directly indicates the toy. In contrast, symbolic signs are arbitrary. They don't resemble or directly point to what they mean. Instead, they rely on shared understanding and social agreement. Cognitive skills also play a role. Using symbols requires abstract thinking. You have to understand that a word or gesture can representing something that is not physically present. Non-symbolic signals are more immediate and tied to the here and now. They don't require thinking about something beyond the current situation. From a brain perspective, humans have specialized areas that support symbolic language. These areas help us associate sounds or signs with meanings, which is less developed in other animals. That's why humans can develop complex languages with grammar, syntax, and abstract ideas. As children grow, they move from using mainly non-symbolic signals to understanding and creating symbolic communication. They start with gestures and sounds that are directly related to their needs. Over time, they learn words and signs that are culturally agreed upon and can be used in many different contexts. This shift marks a major step in language development and human social evolution. So, in simple terms, the main difference is that symbolic communication uses signs that are learned and arbitrary, while non-symbolic communication relies on direct, natural signals. This transition is what makes human language unique and allows us to share complex ideas, stories, and knowledge across generations. Understanding this helps us see how language evolved from basic signals to the rich, symbolic systems we use today.